YouTube, what up? Welcome back to a new video. If this is your first time here on the channel, thanks so much for stopping by. Definitely check out some of my other videos. And if you like what you see, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Today's video is all about the pickups. So I'm going to be going over the games that I picked up over the past couple of months, May, June, July, all the things. Let's get into it. Before the new Elden Ring expansion came out, the game went on sale and I picked it up. And oh boy, everyone was talking about how amazing, and they've been saying that, how amazing Elden Ring is. And I wanted to give it a chance. The fact that it was on sale made it easier for me to, take the risk, bite the bullet, and get the game. And I streamed it. I love the whole concept of Elden Ring. Such a cool, world. Really cool looking creature designs and everything. Love that for it. I'm just terrible at these, Souls-esque games. I'm horrible at them. And I want to get good so bad. I streamed it and I died what felt like a trillion times, just nonstop deaths, right? I have no clue what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to go. And I guess that's the beauty of it, because while I didn't know what I was supposed to do and where I was supposed to go, I did actually have a fantastic time just exploring the world and seeing what kind of caves I rolled up on and if I should even be there. But yeah, I mean, the sense of exploration in this game alone, I don't know if all the other Souls-like games are like that or like this, but the sheer sense of, exploration is crazy in this game. It really is. Pacific Drive. This is the deluxe edition. This was on sale. Matter of fact, all of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series 1 games that I have that I picked up over the past couple of months were all on sale. So this was under 20. I got it on Amazon. I've had a chance to play this one and it's super interesting. So Pacific Drive is a first-person survival game, right? And there's some supernatural elements to it. I haven't played a bunch of it, played about 2 hours. There's some supernatural elements to it. The survival aspect is basically you and your car, and you are driving throughout the Pacific Northwest, and the survival elements come in because your car is going to break down. You need to go get some scrap pieces to fix it up. You need gas. I mean, when it says survival, it means survival. You stranded on the side of the road. The controls are really, I like the controls a lot, the driving, as far as the driving goes. And it's crazy for me to say that because when I play a driving game, I typically don't play in first person. I like to see the car. But I instantly gelled with the controls in this game, the first person controls while driving. I think they're really good. You're doing things like everything from turning on your windshield wipers to turning on your headlights. Like I said, you're filling up your gas tank, or when you're about to hit E, you got to go find some gas. Definitely a survival game, definitely for a niche audience, but it's unique and I like that about it. I also picked up on sale RoboCop Rogue City for the PlayStation 5. I saw this at Best Buy again. It was on sale. Picked it up. I haven't had a chance to play it. As you can clearly see, it's still sealed up. But I had my eye on this when it released. People said it was really fun. It's RoboCop. Anyone around my age knows how awesome those movies were in the 80s. Loved me some RoboCop. I'm just looking for a good time with this one. Shooting things, cheesy dialogue, big explosions, all types of stuff. And finally here for the Xbox Series X, I picked up Alone in the Dark. This is kind of like the reboot to the series. I actually just started playing this game. This game was also on sale throughout the summer. I think I got it for $30. It's sad because this studio is no longer a studio because of the sales numbers of this game. And I guess I'm part of the problem because I waited to buy the game when it dropped significantly in price. Sorry about that. Graphically, I think the game looks good, but there are some times where, like during cutscenes, you can definitely see some texture issues. Textures kind of like all over the place, lots of pops going on. But overall, I think it's a good looking game. Voice acting is good. The narrative, there's something there. There's something there. The puzzles so far, the puzzles that I've come across seem manageable. You're definitely there's definitely a lot of things to be found. There's a lot of backtracking because you're in, like, I don't want to call it a mansion, but you're kind of like in a mansion, and there's some other areas that you go to. But there's definitely some backtracking that's involved. There's a map system very similar to the Resident Evil, the modern Resident Evil maps, where you go inside a room and it's one color if you've done everything in the room, and it's another color if you haven't completed, if there's still more things left, puzzles or things for you to find in the room. So I really do appreciate that. The shooting is the only thing that I have a problem with in this game, because there are some creatures, and you are equipped with a gun, a pistol. You know, are shooting some things, and I don't particularly like the controls with that. You can also pick up like bottles and stuff around the environment to distract creatures, so I guess you really don't have to do all the combat stuff. Yeah, so far so good. You can play as two characters. I picked the female. There's a male and a female character. I picked the female. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not sure if the stories are separate, kind of like in RE3 or 2. I don't know, but I definitely want to find out. So yeah, Alone in the Dark, perfect time of the year to be playing it. Spooky season. I have a stack of Switch games that I have yet to play, so I'm kind of just going to run through them, and I'll talk about them in the near future when I do get around to playing them. So first up is Castle Crashers Remastered. This one's crazy because it was selling for, like, on eBay, super high price, right? Not super high, but it was up there in price. And then the developers were actually selling it on their website for, I think it was like $30. So I picked it up. I also picked up Tevi. This is the sequel to Rabby Ribby. I think Rabby Ribby came out. It's so crazy. It's crazy to say that name. Rabby Ribby came out back in 2016, I believe. It's a Metroidvania with bullet hell elements sprinkled in there, that's supposed to be somewhat challenging, but really, really fun and unique. So yeah. Dodgeball Academia was in the clearance bin at Target, and I picked it up for $10. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I really didn't need to pick this up when I picked it up, like a week after it released. But I did. You know, I shouldn't have, but I did. I knew that if I waited any longer, I wasn't going to get the Steelbook. I know it's shallow, but I still haven't played the other Shin Megami Tensei 5 that I have, right? But yeah, I have it in the collection. The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, reviewed super well. It really got a lot of buzz when it was released. I don't know when I'm going to get around to playing this, but I wasn't going to miss out on it. That's the thing, because I learned my lesson before. And finally, here for the games that I have not opened yet or played, it's Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I have actually played Luigi's Mansion. I beat it and completed it. Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon for the 3DS. That was the first Luigi's Mansion game that I played through and completed, and really enjoyed it. I'll get around to playing this, like messing around with it on stream sometime during this spooky season, right? Because it has the spooky, although it might not be the scariest, it definitely has the spooky vibe to it. Yeah, you know, Luigi's Mansion's always a good time. I'm really curious to see how the controls, how well they have translated over to the Nintendo Switch, because again, this is basically a port. Actually, I don't know. I think it's a remaster, I believe. Is it a remake or it's a remaster of of a 3DS game on the Nintendo Switch. So really curious to see how well this plays. Let's get into these games that I have actually played over the past couple of months. I did get a chance to play some Fight and Rage. 90s Handheld Gamer here on YouTube recommended this game. on one of his videos, and it really is a good time. It's a lot of fun. This is a beat 'em up that definitely has that old school vibe to it, that old school like 90s beat 'em up vibe, right? Love the music in this game. But the best thing about this game is definitely the controls. The controls are so awesome. They feel good. The moment I started playing it, I was like, oh, this reminds me of like Streets of Rage. It just has that vibe to it, right? And that's amazing. Definitely love the controls in this game. Endless Ocean Luminous. This this game feels so lackluster. And I'm not saying that because of the genre, because I actually enjoyed playing, I believe I played the first one that came out, I think it was on the Wii, Endless Ocean. I enjoyed that game a lot. There's something about that Zen vibe to it. Endless Ocean Luminous is basically you're exploring the ocean. You are scanning fish and other things. In the ocean, and there's something like super just like woosah about that in general. This feels somewhat lackluster and kind of like thrown together. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't like it all that much. Now, granted, I only played like about an hour of it, and it was enough for me to be like, I'll come back to it later. I will go back to it and see if I can, play a bit more and like it a little bit more. Not that I'm trying to force myself to like it, but see if there is some type of enjoyment in it. But from what I played, like the hour that I played, I honestly felt bored. Just scanning, things, and there's a mystery, like a board that you can complete objectives, but all of that's not quite clear. I don't know if they've gone back and patched things up. But my initial impressions of this game is that, yeah, it ain't it. It's lackluster. I wish it was the first game because that was super chill and it was a vibe. This, not so much. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Now, this is probably the best Monkey Ball game that I have played. And that's not saying too much, y'all, because I haven't played a bunch of Monkey Ball games, okay? Didn't really ever really get into the series back in the day, but this is definitely my favorite Monkey Ball game. It's probably the Monkey Ball game that I've spent the most time with. Yeah, it's a Monkey Ball game. Hopefully you guys know all about the series. You probably know more about the series than I do. But you got the little cute monkeys there. And this is like Sega's platformer, right? This is their platformer. I love the fact that they have the spin dash in the game now. It's a new, like you can basically spin dash throughout the level, which sometimes can be more harmful than what it can be beneficial, for me at least. I'm not the best monkey ball player, and I sometimes take advantage of the spin dash, but yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I think the levels are really cool. My one gripe with the game, since it is a monkey ball game, you're not just trying to get to the end of the level. I mean, you can do that, right? But I think the real challenge is trying to hit all of the objectives that each level has. And I wish that this game somehow told you what the objective was before you got into the level. I don't know if any of the other monkey ball games, I can't remember if the ones that I've played did that, but yeah, I've definitely replayed a bunch of levels trying to hit all of the objectives. I enjoy this game a bunch. If you're into, arcade marble style games, this is definitely a good option to play. Since I was having a blast with Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, I picked up Marble It Up Ultra. And boy, I tell you, y'all don't sleep on this game. If you like those, like I said, with Super Monkey Ball, if you like the marble, like platformers, marble run games, oh my gosh, this is it's at the top of the list here. Just so much fun to play, super addictive. Going in and out of each level is super easy. Load times are really good. There are hidden things in the level. You can, pick up these treasure boxes and you can change the skin of the marble. There's just a lot going up. The controls are precise. And if you have super jumps, you can jump, super jumps. You can kind of like soar a bit. It's crazy. Do not sleep on this game. If you're into, the marble platforming games, if that's even a genre, I don't know. But this is good stuff. Really, really good. I also picked up the Nintendo World Championship NES edition. This is the deluxe set, which comes with some goodies. I'm sure there are several unboxings on YouTube that you can go and check out. Really pleased with the set though. Like this set a lot, and considering the fact that it was priced at like standard price, $60. Love it. Yeah, this is a speed running game, very similar to, I don't want to say very similar, but in the same realm as the NES remix games that came out on I believe it was the Wii U and the 3DS. I played that on the 3DS. You have like, I believe it's like 12 or 13 NES games, and there are certain parts in the game, like the game's going to ask you there's an objective to do, and you have to do it as fast as you possibly can. And I enjoy it. Now, the thing is, what's taking away, could I enjoy it more? Yes. What's taking away from a little bit of that enjoyment is definitely the controls. I don't feel like the controls are the best. And I don't know, even when I was streaming it, I was like, man, do I need one of the NES controllers for the Switch in order to make the game feel better? Because the controls just don't feel right. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way. Let me know what you guys think about the game. I enjoy the concept of it. I think it's great. I hope, fingers crossed, that we get like a SNES, edition. I hope we get a GameCube edition, and we could skip the N64. But that would be neat. I want more of this type of stuff. I think it's really cool and different that Nintendo put stuff like this out. I wish the controls were a little bit better. And I keep going back to the game too, because, it does have like your weekly challenges. So the game will have a set of challenges that you have to do. And, your scores, your times are posted. And then it kind of ranks you based on the year that you were born. And I think that's really neat. So yeah, I keep going back to this game. I probably will continue to go back to this game on a weekly basis. But yeah, I would love to see more of these type of games. The last game I want to talk about here is Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. I really should have already beaten Paper Mario Thousand-Year Door because I was so hyped for the game, right? It's been on my backlog forever. I really do love the Mario RPG games, although I appreciate Mario and Luigi a little bit more. Paper Mario is still where it's at, right? Really enjoy the overall vibe of those type of games. So when it came out, I started playing it day one, and I was rolling. I was in it, right? And I got to the Coliseum chapter, and I was like, this is a lot. This is a lot of fighting. Now, crazy enough, I know why I felt like that, because, I don't think the combat mechanics in Paper Mario as an RPG are as interesting as the Mario and Luigi combat mechanics, right? So it kind of just felt like a slog, because it's like fight after fight after fight after fight. And I don't particularly enjoy, I don't want to say I don't enjoy, but I don't think the fights are as fun as something as like Mario and Luigi. So I beat that chapter and I put the game down. It's like, I'll come back to it. And I finally did. I am almost done with the game. I have one more star to go. I should be done with it by the end of the day, if not tomorrow. It's fun. It really is fun. The thing that I like most, the combat's not fun. The game overall is fun. The thing that I like most about Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door, is definitely the writing. I think the writing is fantastic. I absolutely love the characters. think they're great, great characters. I also like the abilities that you have or that you find. You know, you get your ultra boots, you get your ability to jump higher. I think that, I guess that is the ultra boots. You have your ultra hammer. You can, you know, make yourself thin so you can fit into little crevices and drop down into little, you know, parts of the world. I like that. Really cool, really good stuff. I see why people enjoy this game so much. You know, one thing that I don't particularly like all that much besides the combat is the back and forth. There's back and you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you know, it gets a little tiresome after a while, but it all makes sense. It makes sense. I'm glad that they brought this over to the Nintendo Switch. I'm glad that I'm having a chance, or I've gotten the chance to experience it. Is it my favorite Paper Mario game? I don't know. I don't know. I'd really have to think about it. It's definitely up there. I know people love this game to pieces, but yeah, it's good. I just wish, you know, the combat was a little bit better. That's a me thing though. It's not the game. It's everything that I've picked up throughout May, June, July. The past couple of months have been crazy as far as pickups go, but good stuff on sale. Some games that I've really been interested in finally dropped and got a chance to put them into my collection. Guys, let me know what you picked up over the past couple of months. What are your highlights as far as your pickups go? I want to thank all of you for watching this video, and I'll check you next time. Peace.